Welcome everybody to a Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 Space vs. Space Beach Battle Extravaganza. Ever vigilant here, we have our Space Marines guarding the beaches of Normandy with a mix of some Blood Raven Space Marines. And ready to lead the charge of this battle up front here, we have the Black Templar Chainsword Space Marines. And they're going to run straight into the gunfire at the start of this battle. And finally up here on the leftmost flank of the cliffs of this Normandy beach, we have our Ultramarine Space Marines. Donned in their aqua blue armor, they're ready to dish out some bolter damage. And ready to storm this fantasy-esque Normandy beach, we have Darth Vader and his army. And as you can see, taking up the majority of his army, we have some Stormtroopers. And spaced among them, we have some of the AT-AT, those massive walkers, which are going to be the tanks of this army. And they look to be pretty formidable in this game, so shout out to the modder who made these because they look awesome in this game. And then finally, leading the front line of the Star Wars Vader army, we have our B-1 droid army right here. So these guys are going to be kind of the somewhat cannon fodder at the beginning of this battle, but still we're going to be dealing out or dishing out some pretty insane range damage, as you guys will soon find out. So will this Star Wars army be enough to conquer the cliffs of this Normandy beach? Or will these 16,000 Space Marines be more than enough firepower to keep them at bay? Without further delay, let's start this battle off. And it is a hail of gunfire. Just straight up fireworks lighting up that beach. There go the Black Templars rushing in. Bearing a heavy brunt to that gunfire on the beaches. And as I said, these B-1 droids... looks like a stinking welder is fusing this beach with firepower right now. Oh! One of the walkers already lost its head. Chewy, you can just tell those bolters as they hit the beach and the sand. It's this explosive bolts raining down. Already just a bloodbath and a blood-soaked beach. As our Dawn of War 2 Blood Ravens kind of straddle down the cliffs there to get up and close in the action. They're just getting showered with bullets. But their armor is built to last. They're definitely still taking some casualties for sure. Now the Stormtroopers are making their advance, pushing up with the droids. Just absolutely going crazy with their blasters. Ooh. There's some explosive splash damage. Let's see if I can try to find Vader somewhere in this battlefield. Man, unfortunately, it looks like those those Black Templars just got shredded by that front line of gunfire. Some more of the AT-ATs falling apart. Just looks absolutely crazy. Might as well be an artillery strike, hitting that beach each time they shoot off a burst. There we go. We got some of these guys kind of filling out the bunkers a little bit, taking some cover. Yeah, all the Space Marines that ventured too close down on the beach are just getting annihilated. You know, there's a massive chunk of the army from the Star Wars troops coming around, swinging around. It's like they all but wiped out this little army of the Blood Ravens over here. Although these guys definitely were bearing a major brunt in the gunfire, considering they were kind of out in the open, so that was a big detriment to these guys, for sure. Now as they swing around and try to encircle these blood ravens over here now. Chipping away at their armor as they tumble down the hills. Man, look at all this death. Oof. There was a big splash of damage. Man, the Stormtroopers right here in the middle of this fight got annihilated for sure. The ones on the sides got spared. They're now the ones kind of swooping in for a flank. Nope, it's like the last of the walkers just died. They're bloodied little corpses there. Well, in typical Stormtrooper fashion too, their accuracy is pretty doo-doo. It's not the worst, but it's not the best either. Which, if you can talk about lore accurate, then definitely lore accurate Stormtroopers. I think they're hitting about 60% of their shots. Oh, we got some of these Ultramarines getting down up and close and in the nitty gritty on the beach. These guys aren't afraid to get their hands dirty. They're rushing in up close and personal to do the do the deed. Look at this brave soldier. He's going full-on Rambo style. Just sprinting across the field of dead storm bodies. No, I think these guys all but conquered the left-hand side of the battlefield. There's still a massive chunk over here on the right, though. This big old dark gray blob of Stormtroopers is slowly kind of chewing its way up the right side, the right flank. Yeah, they are already up on the cliffside. think it's safe to say Darth Vader got turned into Bolter Swiss cheese. Wish there was a way in this game you could like ping off of hero units or ping off certain units within the armies and stuff. Because he was right in the middle and everything kicked off, and I'm sure he probably is here somewhere on the beach still. Unless he's still alive and kicking, and I'm just not finding him. We'll say these Stormtroopers definitely seem to be making their mark. This force that was on the right side of the battlefield of the beach, they are clearing house. They're coming up on a double-side front, taking both the beach and the cliffs over here, and just completely outmaneuvering the Space Marines who were just kind of standing still. On more of the guard mode versus the attack mode. This is again where sheer numbers can sometimes prove to be more than the quality. I think anyone watching this that knows either 40K lore or, you know, Star Wars lore or both would know that the Space Marines in true form and fashion, you know, in every aspect would outclass and outshoot and outbeat a Stormtrooper in a gunfight or a battle every day of the week. But I think when you're pairing a few 100,000 just against a few thousand, yeah, it's kind of shifts the power balance a little bit. But these Space Marines are definitely holding strong. They are making their stand, and they're taking they are taking some of these Stormtroopers with them for sure. Well, it looks like these Ultramarines cleared house on the beach down here. I think they're kind of just milling about, trying to find anything left to clean up over here. Till that main force of Stormtroopers over on this side kind of shifts over. Look at this big old blob of them. Gathering at the base of this hill, just shooting straight into the mountainside. I don't know if their shots are clipping through the map, or if they're just, again, in their Star Wars fashion, just missing entirely. There's lots of explosions going on up here. Well, we're officially down to some Blood Ravens and some Ultramarines. I think the bulk of what's left of this army on the Space Marine side is probably 80% Blood Ravens. Get some nice little aerial shots of this battlefield. There's just this big old strip of white taking up this little slope over here, slowly and surely, gradually moving up onto this tiny little band of Blood Ravens. Looks like the small army, or what's left of the Ultramarines, are finally starting to move up again. Come on, guys, they could use the reinforcements. Get your butts moving. They had the potential here to pull off a real cheeky flank and come up from right behind these Stormtroopers, but we'll see if it happens. They're tired of waiting around. Space Marines are going to move up. They're done watching their brothers just stand around and just take a beating. They're within firing distance. There we go. They're going to start splitting their attention over here now. Give these Blood Ravens a chance to catch their breath. This is going to be a much closer battle than I thought. What's going on over here? What the heck? Just a random little helping of Stormtroopers just kind of chilling out in the fields over here. Thought they could get sneaky. They're going to find out real quick. Oh boy, the Space Marines are getting the high ground. So they all kind of convene right here in the edge of this lip of this little cliff and just shoot straight down. It'll be game over for the Stormtroopers. And they got the help of their Ultramarine brethren now. Making the Emperor proud. They just completely annihilated this little corner of guys. Oh man, they are mopping them up now. Look at that. Looks like they're pretty much retreating now. I think they realize they're pretty much all but done for. Yeah, backpedal into the ocean of blood of your fallen storm buddies. It's just a graveyard of white over here with some random intermingled patches of red. The one great thing about the bolters is you can miss them by 10 feet and just the concussive blast of that round exploding is going to do some damage. Here come the Ultramarines pushing up in a somewhat line formation. Yeah, pretty much. It's a shame these AT-AT walkers didn't get much farther. Obviously, they have pretty good range, but delayed head falling off. There must only be a handful of them left. And these Space Marines will chase them down to the corners of the earth. Where is that? Oh, here they are. Oof. Big old streak of lightning just goes blown across the battlefield. Oh man, that'd be terrifying. To be chased down to your death just to be basically execution firing squad shot upon by some bolters. Oh, they get him? Yeah, I think they got him. Down he goes. Is this the last guy? Using these little barricades for cover? Tripping over all the bodies of his fallen comrades. Well, somewhere on the battlefield there must be one or two just kind of chilling on the beach somewhere, or retreating, running away to the edge of the map, so... I'm gonna say it's safe to assume that the Space Marines won the battle out for the day. With a final kill count of 664,000, I think it's safe to say the Space Marines took home a hard-fought victory. I mean, they definitely suffered some heavy casualties themselves for sure. So it wasn't an easy victory for them by any means. I would say those 4 remaining Stormtroopers got themselves very lucky and just be hitching a ride on a dolphin or whale back home to a land far, far away. Or should I say, a galaxy far, far away. And let's just survey this battlefield. It is littered with some white plastic armor of these Stormtroopers and those little robo-beep-boop-bop droids. And those poor black Templar chainswords just took a very hefty amount of shrapnel and gunfire and AT-AT gunfire right off the rip. I like to think and hope Darth Vader got into a cool little duel or fight with one of those guys, but it's hard to say since he was immediately lost in the sauce of that blindingly mini sun that was erupting from the battlefield of all those gunshots going off at once. So as we zoom out from the carnage of this massive beach battle, I want to thank you all so much for checking out this cool little space-themed battle on the beaches of Normandy here in UEBS2. Stay tuned for more videos in the future, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.